For years, Mormon mother Ruby Franke entertained millions online with wholesome videos of family fun and faith-filled living on her 8 Passengers YouTube channel. But last month, detectives dismantled the idyllic image when they arrested Franke in a shocking case of prolonged child torture discovered on her suburban Utah doorstep. While many knew Franke from her spirited weekly uploads capturing bustling adventures with husband Kevin and their 6 kids, what transpired behind closed doors revealed a sinister reality. 2 malnourished children found desperately seeking aid exposed a horrific tale of allegations that has rattled a community and divided internet viewers. In early 2015, Ruby Franke was a stay-at-home mother living in Utah with her husband Kevin and their 6 young children. Seeking to share snapshots of their bustling family life online, Ruby launched the YouTube channel 8 Passengers. The channel took off, averaging weekly uploads showcasing fun adventures with the children. Subscribers watched Ruby homeschool her brood and tackle parenting dilemmas big and small. Over time, viewership grew into the millions as fans related to the Franke family's routines. Yet, behind closed doors, not all was as cheerful as portrayed. Ruby strictly governed the household with tough discipline she claimed prepared kids for real-world hardships. Punishments included banishing a child outdoors for days or denying meals, causing unease in some supporters watching online. By 2020, fans noticed one child seemed thinner. He later detailed a harsh 7-month banishment, sleeping on a beanbag as penalty for forgetfulness, without privacy even to change clothes. Disturbing glimpses like Ruby threatening to behead a beloved stuffed toy if rules weren't followed shattered any remaining goodwill. That December, Ruby cancelled Christmas for 2 kids, declaring they felt too numb to proper lessons from other consequences already faced. Around this time, a police welfare check at the house and Kevin moving out indicated tensions were escalating privately too. As more troubling incidents surfaced, thousands signed a petition demanding authorities investigate the seemingly abusive discipline tactics depicted on 8 Passengers. While Ruby asserted clips lacked full context defending her actions, viewers became protective of the children caught up in such a public platform. In early 2022, Ruby removed all videos and shut down the YouTube channel entirely. She then began counseling sessions with Jody Hildebrandt, a life coach promoting unconditional parental love through their new Moms of Truth program, online and in person. A growing inner circle appeared forming as Ruby rebuilt her image away from scrutiny. That summer, Ruby's eldest daughter, living away at college, alerted police with reports of significant neglect from frequently visiting the family home. There, she found younger siblings often left to fend for themselves for days with little food or support. Despite Ruby and Jody's assertions of devoted caretaking, it began August 30th when a neighbor called 911 after Franke's 12-year-old son arrived at his neighbor's Ivan's home near St. George around 5 p.m., appearing badly wounded and begging for food and water. First responders transported the boy, whose visible injuries reportedly included extensive rope burns, straight to the hospital. There, doctors were stunned to find the child severely malnourished and emaciated. His weight had plummeted to just 50 pounds at 4'10", 30 pounds underweight, and still dropping. Multiple infected sores and lacerations littered his body from what he claimed were beatings and restraints with duct tape. At Franke's nearby residence, officers retrieving her 10-year-old daughter found the girl in similar condition. Both children were transferred to a pediatric intensive care unit and placed into child protection, with other siblings also removed pending the investigation. The scene rocked a tight-knit community as neighbors expressed shock that such grave danger lurked within their idyllic neighborhood. Many knew Franke, 42, through carefully constructed social spheres, yet claimed no ill will was discernible through frequent interactions over the years lived side by side. Now the notion that 2 children endured unthinkable abuse in insufferable plain view shattered any illusions of safety. Some residents reported minor suspicions but felt powerless to overstep perceived cultural boundaries by probing further without concrete signs of major endangerment. Community reaction reflects a cautionary wake-up call as the case unfolded. Through combined efforts, detectives soon filed charges against Franke and her suspected accomplice, Jody Hildebrandt, 54, for their alleged roles in the prolonged mistreatment. After cooperative police questioning the day of their arrests, both women were formally booked into jail on 6 felony counts of aggravated child abuse each. Search warrants at Franke and Hildebrandt's properties reportedly uncovered disturbing finds, consistent with details in medical records. Authorities allege the pair worked in tandem to methodically torture Franke's two youngest children over extended periods, inflicting deliberate psychological and physical torment as punishment for perceived transgressions. Further investigation revealed multiple complaints lodged over the past 2 years citing neglect and concerns for the children's health raised by family and neighbors. But without conclusive proof of more than questionable parenting styles, agencies claim their hands were legally tied from intervening sooner on mere suspicions alone. Critics lambasted those failures as missed opportunities to save innocent lives. While detained, attorneys informed prosecutors their clients intended to plead guilty for a chance at leniency, indicating damning evidence stockpiled against them. But the heinous nature of charges ensured neither woman would escape punishment. Franke, in particular, faced a reckoning for warping her parenting philosophies into vehicles of unimaginable abuse against defenseless kids living under her domain. News rapidly spread as more discovered the wholesome facades Franke and Hildebrandt cultivated online regarding motherhood and counseling masked increasingly sinister ideologies promoted to vast audiences. Their social media presences were swiftly memory hold as platforms distanced from the disturbing portrayals and deleted all connected channels. On December 18th, Ruby Franke saw the inside of a courtroom for the first time since her arrest, facing Judge John Walton. There, she accepted a plea bargain stipulating cooperation to build a case against her former confidant, Jodi Hildebrandt, in exchange for reduced charges. Franke admitted inflicting weeks of twisted punishments on her two minor children, omitting details too heinous for publication. She agreed to serve an undetermined prison sentence after pleading guilty to 4 felony counts of child abuse, with 2 additional counts dropped. "With my deepest regret and sorrow, I plead guilty," Franke sobbed, before a gallery filling with supporters on both sides of the polarization around her downfall. Prosecutors hoped revealing more of her depraved acts against innocent kids would sway judges towards maximum penalties. While some condemned Franke's cruelty without compassion, others maintained mental instability fueled dangerous actions warranting treatment, not permanent incarceration. Either way, sobering admissions ensured a lengthy removal from society. Now the focus shifted to Hildebrandt's response, and coming revelation of additional horrors still obscured. On December 27th, Jodi Hildebrandt followed in Ruby Franke's footsteps by accepting a conditional plea deal implicating her involvement. After several weeks of damning evidence amassing through confessions and forensic finds linking both defendants, she agreed to plead guilty to 4 felony child abuse charges. 2 additional counts were dropped pending Hildebrandt's full cooperation. Like Franke facing the judge, Hildebrandt acknowledged inflicting harm upon children under her care through systemic torture methods described as dehumanizing by authorities. Her license to practice psychology was permanently revoked in light of new revelations. Compounding allegations arose that Hildebrandt herself faced past accusations of abuse while guiding troubled youth as a therapist. Her niece Jessie emerged alleging over a decade ago the then-teen endured similar restraint, isolation and accusations of deviance amounting to emotional and psychological trauma inflicted under Hildebrandt's roof. Despite denying renewed claims, Jessie's testimony suggested a pattern of exploiting vulnerabilities through counseling positions, contradicting public personas. Hildebrandt and Franke seem bonded through mutual radicalization, twisted into vehicles justifying unthinkable acts against the defenseless for perceived slights. Now both awaited their fate together during sentencing. On February 20th, Judge Walton delivered judgment for Ruby Franke and her accomplice Jodi Hildebrandt inside a packed 5th District courtroom. After impact statements from survivors and their advocates, the former favorites received 4 maximum 15-year prison terms to run consecutively for Franke. While uncertain how much time will be served under parole guidelines, Franke's order ensures a minimum 40 years incarceration for her unspeakable crimes proven through mountains of evidence. YouTube permanently banned Ruby's accounts, refusing any platform for such inhumane acts. Hildebrandt received an identical sentence, recognizing her equal culpability in subjecting innocent children to prolonged, hellish torment. The courage of Ruby Franke's son in breaking free and seeking help underscores the need for attentive vigilance regarding children's well-being online. Viewers, platforms, and authorities should be trained to identify subtle warning signs and empowered to intervene proactively instead of reactively. Kids' safety must outweigh other concerns in such public forums. And for more explosive controversies uncovered with factual in-depth analysis, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Controversy Central, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching.